There we go. So we're on.
We're live.
We're live. It's my boy Jake Deneen. You remember us? It's funny because it was like a month ago when you seen us talking on our podcast, but things are a lot different now. Let me explain why. We both, we grow every day. So one thing that I love about us is that we are mentally strong and that we're go-getters and we just love growth ultimately. And so we've changed already in the fact that we talked about success before, and we just want to touch base with you guys and let you know that where we stand now. Like, this guy's a champ. He's going to do great in the fitness industry. And if you can't already see the physique of him right now, like, show him the abs, bro.
I gotta show him the abs.
Show him the abs, bro. This guy ain't even ready. He ain't even show ready. And he can definitely go after
ready.
it.
It's more of a, working out's more of a mental thing for me. It's not, I mean, looking great is a great side effect of the mental strength that I get from the gym, but I get more out of the mental side more than anything working out, just pushing limits, because whenever I push limits in the gym, I really push limits in life. I think it transcends into life a lot too. You know, just working on growing friendships, relationships, whether you're in business, working out hard and pushing yourself physically will help you push yourself in other ways too. But I'm not saying you have to be in great shape to be strong mentally. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying it's what's been helping me for so many years, for the past few years, that I've actually been taking it serious.
Yeah, man. And over the past few years, we've definitely been growing physically, though, because, like, if you look at him and you look back, we have transformations. Like, your boy is already getting pretty swole, and it's been like 11 weeks of dieting. It's a real pain, but
from where you came, though,
it's amazing to see. That's why you got to be able to stick to something that you said, because it tells you a lot about who you are as a person. And when you surround yourself with great people, you definitely hold yourself accountable. Because, but even then, man, don't even try to worry about that, because if you can't hold yourself accountable without anybody else pushing you, like, you got to be motivated on your own. Can't be.
It's crazy you say that, because I was actually in the gym today, and I was having a conversation with one of my friends. His name's Tyler Varney. Shout out to Tyler Varney.
Is that the guy you said about going to prom?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy?
Yeah.
That's a grinder right there.
Yeah,
if he's serious. Let him explain what happened.
Well, I'm just saying, we were talking about that same exact thing. I think that having a great sphere of influence is important for your success.
For sure.
But I'm saying, like, if you are around negative influence, like a abusive dad, or like an alcoholic dad or something, or loser friends, you know, as a human being, you have the ability to reject what you see and create your own belief system in your head and really chase success, even if those negative influences are around. I think it would be a lot easier, and you'll get there faster if you have better influences. But if there are not positive influences happening around you all the time, then you can still make it if you believe in your ability.
Do you hear this, guys? Listen to this. What he's saying is, if you're not your biggest fan yourself, ultimately you'll lose.
You have to be
your biggest fan. When you have critics and naysayers and haters, like, don't give a shit on what people say about how they feel about you. If it's positive, take that in and, soak it. But if it's not, use that as fuel, because, and it's hard to get there by any means. I'm not saying that like it's easy. It's simple, though. It just takes time to really understand that, because me and him, like, we've always struggled with what people care and what they say about us, and we never admitted it. But now it's like, I love doing this and showing myself who I really am now, because I'm not trying to prove nothing to nobody anymore. And I have one guy, and this guy believes in me, and if y'all believe in me, I love y'all anyway. But if you don't, like, you can always switch it to a different channel when it's not going to bother me.
You don't need anyone to believe in you.
Nah.
You need zero people.
It takes one person to go to success and be the best, and that's yourself. So.
You don't need me. I don't need you to motivate me, inspire me.
Nope.
I'm just trying to tell you guys, like, and I'm nowhere near success.
Yeah, that's the crazy
I'm just
thing.
saying, like, I study successful people a lot, so I take from them and I give to others what I know about successful people. Because don't listen to what I say, because it's coming from the top success. And I'm definitely going to correlate it into my life, and make myself successful, but I'm just saying, like, you don't need anyone else. You know, if you believe in yourself and you have a vision for yourself, I really think that's the purpose of us living on this planet, is finding out what it is that you really love and chasing after it. Because so many people settle for a 9 to 5, or they settle doing something that they don't enjoy.
Yeah. Now, if you love it, that's a different story.
If you love it, I mean, but that's the thing. We're talking about standards now.
Yeah.
Like, you can be a teacher making $30,000 a year and be so freaking happy because you love it. Like, you're not defined by money. You're not defined by money. You're defined by whatever the hell it is you
passion,
love.
You know,
passion. If you're passionate about it, it's not about the money. You know, it'll fulfill you if you're passionate about it.
Hey, if you're confused about school and you don't even know why you're in school, let me just say firsthand that if you're good at something and you think you could be good at it, like, just do it and just try it, because I'd rather have you go after that while you're in school or something and work on yourself, kind of like I am right now, because I'm still in school. You know, he don't go to school, but he's chasing his dreams. You know, and who's to say it matters if you go to school or not? That's just what society tells you all the time.
I wouldn't say I'm chasing my dreams yet. I would say I have a decent idea of what it is that I want, but I'm still trying to find out who I really am and what I really want. Because, like, and this is going to, like, self-actualization, like, knowing what you're really about, knowing who you are, exactly what you want, and knowing that there's not a destination. A lot of people think that there's a destination, and once they get there, they're going to be happy, and it's going to be happy life, and everything's going to be perfect. No, you're always going to have shit. You're always going to have obstacles, no matter where you get in life. You know, that's part of life, is going and facing challenges and getting better and growing. And whenever you grow, you feel more alive. You know, it's tough, but, you know, life is tough, so you got to just keep going. You know, it sucks, but you just got to keep going. But whenever you make it past that, you're like, holy shit, I'm good enough. Like, I pushed myself when I didn't want to. I instilled discipline in me. And whenever you instill discipline in you, you instill confidence in yourself. Your self-esteem gets higher, and you say, I can tackle the next thing. You know, and you just keep going, and you keep getting better. And when you're growing, you feel alive. And that's what it is. That's what life's about, growth and contribution. Growing yourself and giving to people. Because I promise you, the money, the fame, the drugs, the car, it's never going to last. You know, it might feel like it's gonna fill that hole inside of you, and it's gonna make you happy and fulfilled. But I promise you, like, going back to listening to successful people and talking to successful people that have had the car, the life, that have had everything, they always tell me it never sticks, it never lasts. You know, the only thing that lasts is me getting better mentally, physically, spiritually, and contributing to people I love. They always say the same exact thing. They said, I'm going to give you a shortcut, Jake. They say, don't go after the materialistic things. Go after what it is that you truly love. Grow yourself. Get better every day. Do something that'll make yourself better. Read a couple more pages. You know, reach out to a successful person, have a conversation with them, do something to get better. In the gym, like I said, going back to the gym, I love the gym because it gives me more confidence in myself. It raises my self-esteem so I can go out and win in other areas of life, not just physically. So, I mean, it's more than the materialistic things. And I used to be so focused, you know, I used to be, honestly, very short time ago, I was so focused on that. And I had to shift my paradigm, and I'm still trying to shift it, because as a human being, you're going to want the nice thing, and it's not bad to have it, but you got to look at your values. You got to look at your core values and say, you know, am I driving this car to boost my ego and show off, or are you doing it to show off your hard work, or whatever it is, you know? If you desire it and you want it, you can have it, but I'm just saying, like, you're gonna get the most. You're gonna that hole is gonna be filled more than anything whenever you're growing yourself and when you're giving to people you love. Period. That's all it is to it.
Listen to this guy, man. He's about it, and I believe he is. I don't want to have you guys on here forever because we wanted to keep this kind of short. because the first Success podcast was like 45 minutes. But hey, man, only thing I want to say lastly of this whole thing is that I want you to be able to be you. Ultimately, believe in you. Do you. Go after what you want. Just, man, don't worry about what other people think about you unless it's positive, because that's what all that matters. 15, 20, 30 years from now, you're not even going to remember them. And if you're not doing anything to get better, why are you here? If that's selfish and that's wrong to say on camera, by all means, that's okay for me. But I want to help as many people as I can. And I love you guys. And I want you to stay, like I said, stay positive and just stay consistent in your work. Help another person, encourage another person, find great friends, surround yourself with great go-getters that's going to pick you up and lift you up, because there's two type of people who are lifting you up in your circle, or people who are pushing you down. Okay? So, like I said, this is my best friend, and we've been together for the past, 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
And we ain't changed up one bit.
We've changed in a good way.
Our relationship has gotten stronger, and we're way more mature than ever. And if you would have seen, if you think that we were like this back then, we were, but we weren't entirely like this. We couldn't even talk on the camera like this.
Dude, it just gets more serious when you get older, right?
Yeah, people don't see that y'all don't see the behind the scenes.
When you get out of high school, and you're like, damn, I actually have to. You kind of feel pressured into it.
Yep.
To try, and I feel like a lot of people go to college, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with college.
Not at all, no.
I'm just saying a lot of people do it because their friends are doing it, and their parents did it, and their parents tell them that's the right route.
No, really, yeah.
And they go do it,
and you don't even love it. You don't even know what you want to do.
Exactly. People are 3 years into college. I got friends who are 3-4 years into college, almost done with a freaking degree.
And they get out like, oh, I got it now. But they don't even get the job either.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, you don't... It does make you more credible, but
no, really,
I'm just saying, like, your best chances of, like, being a millionaire, if you want that, is, like, creating something.
Yes.
Creating something. And, really, to create something, a business, you have to be extremely focused. You have to be all in. So
you don't have to prove anything to anybody but yourself. So I have nothing to prove to him anymore. I used to feel that way. My parents, I don't have anything to prove to them. I don't even have anything to prove to you guys. But just self-motivation.
And this is our form of contribution.
Yes.
Like, this makes me feel good to, like, sit in front of a camera and, like, talk about things that I've studied for the last 2-3 years and, like, give to people who don't know these things. Like,
yeah, because nobody hears these things. You have a conversation with just a person you just met, a stranger, and sometimes I just talk to them and I can get pretty deep. But if you know me. But, some people, they're just like, wow, I don't even know anything about this. Never heard anything about this. And I'm glad that you talked to me because you touched me in some type of way.
Hopefully we make something click inside you that makes you just take one more step forward.
Exactly.
After what it is that you desire.
Yep. You only have so much time in this life.
So much time. One life. We're just a little tiny snippet in history, and then we're gone.
Yep.
So, I mean, if you really want to leave something here, if you want people to remember your name when you're gone, you got to chase your passion, because if you're doing something that you don't love, you're not going to be able to bring 100% value, because you're not doing what it is that you love.
And like he messaged me last night and he said, if you give advice and you take it on your own, if you take your own advice truly, then that's the best advice. And I believe it. And this is where I take my best advice, and I just be me. He's going to take his best advice and do him. You'll do the same thing, because I believe in you. But anyway, that's our podcast, and you guys stay tuned and love it.